What's up? I am going to do a very quick overview of this Super VHS multi-effect plugin by Baby Audio. I kind of wish that was my company's name. I don't have a company yet. But if I did have one, I want it to be called Baby Audio. I love that. So this is basically for lo-fi, kind of like, I guess, vaporwavy stuff. More than that, just making your stuff sound, quote, vintage VHS. It's a multi-effect plugin. You got your basic parameters here. There's no bypass, so you have to control with the mix knob. This means off, this means on, and then you can wet and dry that. But anyway, so you got a couple different parameters. Heat is basically like distortion. On the low end, it's more saturation. On the high end, it's more like distortion. Static here introduces that lo-fi effect, the white noise. This wash here, I'm not entirely sure what this is. I think it's like, I know there's a reverb in there, and then some sort of limiter gives it a very like busted, blown out sound. Drift is really cool, just drifts the pitch in and out. And the shape knob is basically a bit crusher. And this is a chorus effect. And this output is, when you start messing with the heat, aka the distortion, it's going to get really loud, so you want to duck it down a bit, adjust it to taste. And so basically I just have this Poly 6 pattern here. I'll play it for you real quick. The only effect I have is just this basic EQ, but nothing else so far. Real modern progression there. Anyway, so I figure I should stop yapping and just start using this thing. So I'll just kind of start messing around. From what I know, you can automate all these parameters. So drift, that'll be a good one to automate, I think. But yeah, I'll just start doing it. Let's just get going. Oh, shit. So, I mean, already it's way different. I don't really love how this distortion, or heat as it's called, sounds, to be honest with you. You turn this off and turn this down. I mean, it just sounds kind of... I guess it's not bad, but I probably wouldn't use it very sparingly. You know what I mean? You don't want to just crank it. And I would definitely EQ before and after. I don't know. It's much beefier than it was, which I guess is a good thing. For drums, it sounds great. But then again, you are going for lo-fi, so, it's up to you, I guess. Let's look at other examples. Here. Let's check out this. I have this Roland D50 pad sound. Let's put it on this. Currently nothing is happening to the sound. And the reverb, it comes from the Roland plugin itself. Very strange. Then if you want to check with and without, let's just do a quick loop because there's a lot of space there. Let's see. So this is no plugin. This is yes plugin. Sounds funky, man. But I think we should be automating this drift parameter, because I think that's kind of where the magic is. Let's go to browse parameters, drift. Perfect. Some plugins have like 100 different things. Luckily, this is pretty simple. Where is that? Okay, so let's bring this down just so I can see it. Uh-oh, I brought everything with me. That's a rookie mistake if I've ever seen one. Okay, let's... where is it? D50. Okay. Here, so we'll drag this guy up here. Here we go. Come on. And then automate. So, put it up here. Why not? So let's just... yeah, let's just kind of mess around. Oops, you weren't supposed to hear all that yet. That's for later. Let's just try going like... Bow. Oh my God. Someone really wore out the VHS tape. I think subtle is the key with this thing. Like, if you have multiple instruments using this VHS plugin, I wouldn't recommend putting static on all of them, because it's just going to muddy up your mix so bad. I'm also not the best at automation. If we do this. Oh. That doesn't sound very good. And then let's play it back with this pad I had. Or I could just do something more natural like this. Let's see. Let's just get rid of this. How about this? Let's do none step. Okay. And then let's look at the plugin too, because I realize I'm not even looking at it. D50. Here we go. Oh God, here we go. I mean, that is pretty trippy. That is pretty far out, man. Past the doobie. Let's look at bass. I think saturation will sound good on bass. Now I've completely muddled up my project here. Let me just fix this a little bit here. But yeah, I mean, so far I think it's pretty cool. It's on sale right now. It's like $35 or something. And I got it for 30 exactly because I had some plugin boutique Euro points. I don't know how that works. Anyway, so let's try bass. Here we go. So no plugin on the bass. Now it's enabled, but there's nothing going on here. Also, there's the mix knob too, if you want to be more subtle. So this is the bit crush. One complaint I have is I kind of wish this was more, variable as opposed to notches. That would have been really cool. Like a real, amount. Like as fluid as this knob, I wish this was the same, but you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Never put reverb on bass. Ooh, that sounds kind of cool. Interesting. Let's hear it with everything else to get some more context. So everything we got so far. Wow. Listen, this isn't the most technical term, but it's a vibe, right? Are we vibing? What do you think? Like, fave, and subscribe if you're vibing.com. Okay, let's do drums now. Let's mess with drums. I actually just got this plugin like 2 hours ago, so I apologize if I'm being a little too pedestrian with my description, but it's very simple. You can figure this out. It's not a difficult plugin at all. Okay, drums. So I'm using a drum loop. 1, because I'm lazy, and 2, because I don't know how this sounds versus printed audio and MIDI. I might want to test that out, see if there's any different dynamic changes and stuff. When you have this type of plugin on a MIDI track as opposed to audio. But for drums, let's just make sure it's enabled. It is. So I got this simple drum loop. Nothing crazy. Definitely want to turn this down. I guess what you could do if you wanted to would bring this down and then... So the most extreme example... No... That's a shame. This should be more variable. I don't know why it's in these notches like that. I mean, might as well let us drag it down. Like Kilohertz has a Bit Crush plugin where you can literally just drag it down in a slow, smooth, movement. Sounds kind of nice. Not as nice. That's crazy. That's really nuts. And then drift is probably not going to do much on these drums because there's not a lot of, almost no harmonic content. Let's see if there's any difference. Yeah, you're not going to notice. But look, okay, so this is with, without. I mean, it sounds kind of nice. Let's see with everything else. Definitely going to clash with the bass. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean that's basically me just messing around for however long I've been doing this, almost 20 minutes. It's definitely changed the overall feeling of the track for sure. Would I recommend buying this full price? I mean, it's on sale right now, but I think normally it's like $50. So I got it for $20 less. I don't know if I'd recommend it, honestly. I mean, if you have nothing else, if you just want a simple interface, kind of like the Waves one knob, series, then maybe that's good for you. But I feel like you could get a lot of these sounds with other plugins. Patcher in Fruity Loops is great for that kind of weird warbly effect. I know, what's that company that does the Melt Echo or something? Echo Melt? Those guys. I mean, that plugin alone is probably you can do so much more with that because there's more parameters. This is very bare bones interface, You can't get under the hood here at all. So, I don't know. It's cool. Maybe if you just want something simple, then yeah, I guess it's cool. And you can automate all these things as far as I know. Let's see. Heat. Browse parameters. Yeah, you got heat, wash, drift, magic, mix, output, static, shape. So you can definitely automate everything. It's just, again, I would have liked this to be a smoother variable, degrees. Other than that, though, I'd say if you're trying to do like some lo-fi stuff, then get this. But if you feel like you already have plugins that can do these things, I don't think you need to rush out and get this. It's just a handy little package, I guess. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of whatever this is, and I hope you liked the video. Thanks.